I wanted to ask you, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is new darling of the party. She officially has more Twitter followers than Nancy Pelosi. She was on 60 Minutes this weekend, proudly calling herself a radical. And she's promoting policies like saying that every single carbon emission in the country, every car, should be eliminated within the next 11 years, everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate. Do you agree that she could possibly, in this ideology of the socialist left, could splinter your party?
No. You know, I think that she is challenging the status quo. I think that's fantastic. I think that, you know, I used to teach before, especially before in the last few years. And the thing that I always loved about teaching was when you teach, it requires you to defend the premise. Mm-hmm. And it requires you to re-examine the premise and question, is it still relevant? Does it have impact? Does it have meaning? And I think that she is introducing bold ideas that should be discussed. And I think it's good for the party. I frankly think it's good for the country. Let's look at the bold ideas. And I'm eager that we have those discussions. And when we are able to defend the status quo, then do it. And if if there's not merit to that, then let's explore new ideas.
Okay. Do you, Congressman Rashida Tlaib saying she wants to impeach the obscenity. What do you think of that kind of rhetoric? Because I was under the impression the Democratic Party is when they go low, we go high, and now it's impeach the I can't say it on television.
I mean, honestly, my candid response is that she is not the first, nor will she be the last elected person to curse in public. I mean, now, you know, and so that's my response. That's my response. But I do believe that there is certainly, and we all know this, right? It's the subject of the conversations that you all have at an incredible level at this table daily, which is people are feeling very passionate right now in our country. And they're expressing those views in a variety of ways. I also do believe that that in the passion, what we also do have to check as a separate matter is that there are also very, right now, powerful voices in our country that are sowing hate and division among us.
Yeah.
And we also need to check that.
Check that.
And
right.
and deal with that.
You know,
because that, you know, back to the earlier point, we really do all have so much more in common than what separates us. And I think that it is just not healthy for our country. I mean, one of the reasons I wrote the book, I'm going to just shamefully plug my book again, is...
What's the name of the book?
The Truth We Hold, An American Journey. I can hold it up. There it is.
It's up there.
But we're at an inflection point in our country and in the world, right? Regardless of what would have happened in November of 2016, we are at an inflection point. If you think about it, there are emerging and descending economies. Populations are shifting for a variety of reasons, including climate change, which we should be talking more about. Technology, automation, we're going through an industrial revolution. There is so much happening right now in the world. And my concern is that in this inflection moment, let's not lose sight of what should be our vision about how we can address and deal with, one, the sources of issues that are making people feel displaced and feeling left out.
Right. Yeah.
But also address what we need to do to actually take charge in this growing and changing world. And there's no time for us to spend full time staring at our belly button when the world might be passing us by. And that's why I say that the rhetoric that causes division among us is not productive, and it is not reflective of who we really are as a people.